Hair fall due to drastic weight loss. Exercise can have a positive or negative effect on hair loss, depending on several factors, including the type of exercise, intensity, duration of exercise, and a person's overall health. Positive effects of sports. Exercise can have a positive effect on hair loss in several ways. First, exercise can increase testosterone levels, which plays a role in hair growth. Second, exercise can improve blood circulation, which can help deliver nutrients to hair follicles. Third, exercise can reduce stress, which can lead to hair loss. Research has shown that regular exercise can help reduce hair loss in men and women. One study found that men who engaged in aerobic exercise 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week for 12 weeks, lost 20% less hair than men who did not exercise. Another study showed that women who did strength training 30 minutes a day, 3 days a week for 12 weeks, lost 15% less hair than women who did not exercise. In my detailed counseling sessions, I noticed my guy's hair fall due to drastic weight loss. I started analyzing data, articles, and it turns out that in some cases, exercise can have a negative effect on hair loss. This can happen for several reasons. The first is that decreased testosterone levels can lead to hair loss in men. And you may ask, sports on the contrary, increase testosterone levels, isn't? Here are a few reasons why testosterone may decrease with exercise. First, studies have shown that intense or overly prolonged exercise can cause cortisol levels to rise, which in turn can lead to lower testosterone levels and increased DHT. Cortisol is a steroid hormone. It plays an important role in the body's response to stress. More specifically, cortisol helps the body cope with stress by increasing blood sugar levels, reducing inflammation, and suppressing the immune system. The second is protein. Testosterone is produced from protein. If you are not getting enough protein in your diet, it can lead to lower testosterone levels. As studies show, men who don't get enough protein have lower testosterone levels than men who get enough protein. Also, let's not forget that hair is made up of protein. I'll come back to that a little later. The third one is sleep. Sleep is essential for testosterone production. Again, data shows that men who don't get enough sleep have lower testosterone levels than men who get enough sleep. Even if you do go to the gym every day, if you work at night, for example, you should also be prepared that your testosterone levels may decrease, even with exercise. You should not forget about age. Testosterone levels naturally decline with age. Men over the age of 60 have lower testosterone levels than men under the age of 30. So, the approach to training, nutrition, and recovery for those 40, 50, or 60 should be different than for guys age 20 plus. 5. Medications. Some medications, such as corticosteroids and some antidepressants, can lower testosterone levels in the same way. Here are some tips that can help you increase your testosterone levels through exercise and weight burning. Exercise regularly. It is recommended that you do aerobic exercise for at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. It is also recommended to do strength training at least 2 days a week. Watch your nutrition. Make sure you are getting enough protein to maintain your muscles. It is also important to avoid overeating and eating too many processed foods. Get enough sleep. Sleep is essential for testosterone production. It is recommended that you get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. Let's move on. Secondly, drastic weight loss can lead to a deficiency of nutrients needed for hair growth. Protein. As we learned above, if you don't get enough protein in your diet, it can lead to lower testosterone levels with all the consequences. But here's the other thing. Our hair is also made up of protein, so it's important to get enough protein in your diet. A protein deficiency can lead to weakened hair and hair loss. In addition, hair also needs other nutrients for growth, including iron, zinc, vitamins A, B, C, and E. Deficiencies in these nutrients can also lead to hair loss. Third, drastic weight loss can lead to stress. Just above, I have already mentioned the relationship between cortisol and testosterone levels, which affects your hair. Stress can also lead to hair loss due to telogen hair loss. Telogen hair loss is a natural process in which hair goes from the growth phase to the resting phase. However, stress can accelerate this process, resulting in more hair loss than usual. Here are a few tips that can help prevent hair loss with drastic weight loss. Reduce weight gradually to give your body time to adapt. Make sure you are getting enough of the nutrients you need for hair growth. Manage stress. As difficult as this can be, especially in the current conditions of our world and of living like a volcano, here are some tips that can help you reduce your risk of hair loss with exercise. Start slowly and gradually increase the intensity and duration of exercise. Take breaks from exercise to recover. Your body needs time to rebuild without being harmed. Watch your diet and make sure you are getting enough nutrients needed for hair growth. If you notice that your hair is falling out, stop exercising and see your doctor or dermatologist. Remember that your health is paramount, and only then can you think about your muscles, hair, and so on.